Sensitive 阿弥陀佛，大家好。我们今晚的同修呢是在8点钟进行，那呢持咒呢是在7点50分就要结束了，7点50分，24小时的持咒活动在7点50分结束。结束之后呢，会由会长高上师呢，他会跟大家讲一段话，在师尊来之前。今天呢的主尊是莲花童子。 冰箱师兄可以放大声一点那个声音，现在要开始讲话了。高上师那边。
让我们一起来虔诚一心顶礼根本传承上师、历代祖师坛城诸尊。嗡咕噜连声悉地吽。真佛宗2021年全球云端24小时全球竭力持诵莲花童子心咒，为世界祈福活动一切吉祥圆满。众委会此次起见的为全世界祈福活动，感恩根本传承上师圣尊莲生活佛传承大加持，启动了此次殊胜活动的序幕，也感恩真佛宗全球20多个国家、97个道场、63位上师、2位教授师、119位法师、16位讲师及41位助教，一起共同努力，转动此次殊胜的法轮，为世界祈福。再过10分钟，也就是西雅图时间晚上8点，根本传上师圣尊莲生活佛将在西雅图雷藏寺为此次2021年全球云端24小时全球竭力持诵莲花童子心咒，为世界祈福活动起见总圆满的回向。现在就让我们一起来观赏此次活动最精彩、最珍贵的照片。嗡咕噜连声悉地吽。
深悉地吽，嗡咕噜连声悉地吽，嗡咕噜连声悉地吽，嗡咕噜连声悉地吽，嗡咕噜连声悉地吽。 悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连声悉地吽，吽咕噜连。
阿弥陀佛，大家好。今天呢，师尊的新书第281册《天下第一灵已到》。如果还没有请购书本的同门呢，你们可以到佛具部那边来请购。《天下第一灵》是非常
谢谢
非常
大家，那我们静静的等待师尊的来临，谢谢。
阿弥陀佛，大家好。大好消息哦！师尊的新书第281册《天下第一灵》文集已到。同修之后呢，师尊会慈悲为大家签书。如果还没有请购书本的同门呢，你们赶快到佛具部那边来请购。而且呢，在这个书本上啊，还有一幅呢，很漂亮的师尊的画。是雪山五天女。这一本书师尊也说过，是讲瑶池金母的，所以呢，大家要珍惜哦。今天呢，同修主尊是莲花童子。提醒大家一下，如果你们的手机还没有关机的话，或者调为震动，请你们呢现在关机，或是调为震动，谢谢。 真佛宗美国西雅图雷上寺同修莲花童子上师相应法，恭迎真佛宗创办人无上法王根本传承上师圣尊莲生活佛师母莲香上师，请大家虔诚合掌，恭诵莲花童子心咒。让我们一起齐声问候：师尊好，师母好，大家好。顶礼坛城。一拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。嗡啊吽。二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽。四平等一起手。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛升法王座。
We are inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng to ascend to the Dharma throne.
请教授师法师上座。请讲师助教。
Inviting Dharma masters, all venerables, all participants, please take the seats.
同修莲花童子本尊法。
The group practice tonight is Padmakumara. Visualize true Buddha lineage. Namo Vairocana Buddha, Namo Buddha Lokana, Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Padmakumara, Namo Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. Visualize Grand Master and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas radiating light to bless us. Recite the Guru Mantra 7 times.
Om Guru Lian-Sheng Siddhi Hom. 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 做四无量观，观想右手边有。
Perform the visualization of the four immeasurables. On your right, ancestors and relatives from the father's side. On your left, from the mother's side, friends and teachers behind you, enemies and karmic creditors in front of you, and all sentient beings around you, together practicing tantric dharma and ultimately attaining Buddhahood. 做经行手印。Recite purification mantras and the Adhyati mantra.
Om Siddhari 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 Soha. Om Vajradang Ho Ho Hom. Namo Samanto Modaran. Om Duru Duru Dewe Soha.
Recite invocation mantra.
Hom Soha. Om Ah Hom Soha. Om Ah Hom Soha.
We sincerely invoke the Holy Right Crown Vajra Master, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. The Holy Right Crown Vajra Master, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. The Holy Right Crown Vajra Master, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. The main deity of the group practice, Namo Padmakumara. The main deity of the group practice, Namo Padmakumara. Namo Vairocana Buddha at the center, Namo Akshobha Buddha to the east, Namo Amitabha Buddha to the west, Namo Ratnasambhava Buddha to the south, Namo Amoghasiddhi Buddha to the north, Namo Sakyamuni Buddha, Namo Medicine Buddha, Namo Golden Mother of the Primordial Jet Pond, Namo Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, Namo Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, Namo Manjushri Bodhisattva, Namo Maitreya Bodhisattva, Namo Vajrasattva, Namo Guru Padmasambhava, Namo Cundi Buddha Mother, all Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, all Buddhas of the 3 times in the 10 directions, all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas, Namo Maha Prajna Paramita.
做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。嗡啊观想顶礼。
Homage to the root Guru and all Buddhas. Second to all Bodhisattvas.
啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善印。
Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors.
啊吽观想顶礼。为天心善印是平等无其手，大曼达供养，手结供养手印，观想供品变化无量无边，供养虚空宇宙。
From the offering mudra, visualize transformations of the offerings. To the lineage of Guru, the main deity Padmakumara, all the lineage Gurus, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, and below to all sentient beings. Recite the offering verse and mantra. Man may rule four continents and sun and transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to all of our civilization. Fourfold refuge. Visualize our lineage root guru, all the lineage gurus, Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us.
Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sanghaye, Namo Kurukulla, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sanghaye, Namo Kurukulla, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sanghaye.
Armor protection. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times.
Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali.
Recite Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra.
Namo Quan Shi Yin Pu Sa Mo He Sa, Namo Mi Le Pu Sa Mo He Sa, Namo Xu Kong Chang Pu Sa Mo He Sa, Namo Pu Xian Pu Sa Mo He Sa, Namo Jin Gang Shou Pu Sa Mo He Sa, Namo Miao Ji Xiang Pu Sa Mo He Sa, Namo Chu Gai Zhang Pu Sa Mo He Sa, Namo Di Zhang Wang Pu Sa Mo He Sa, Namo Zhu Zun Pu Sa Mo He Sa, 观世音菩萨，南无佛，南无法，南无僧，佛国有缘，佛法相应，常乐我净，有缘佛法。南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大神咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大明咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无上咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无等等咒。 南无净光秘密佛，法藏佛，狮子吼神足幽王佛，佛告须弥灯王佛，法护佛，金刚藏狮子游戏佛，报顺佛，神通佛，药师琉璃光王佛，普光功德山王佛，善住功德宝王佛。 过去七佛，未来现皆千佛，1500佛，万物千佛，500花胜佛，100亿金刚藏佛，定光佛，六方六佛名号，东方宝光月殿月妙尊音王佛，南方树根花王佛，西方照晚神通烟花王佛。 北方月殿清净佛，上方无数精进宝手佛，下方善济月音王佛，无量诸佛，多宝佛，释迦牟尼佛，弥勒佛，阿处佛，弥陀佛，中央一切众生，在佛世界中者，行住于地上，即在虚空中，此由于一切众生，各令安稳休息。 昼夜修持，心常求诵此经，能灭生死苦，消除诸毒害。南无大明观世音，光明观世音，高明观世音，开明观世音，药王菩萨，药上菩萨，文殊师利菩萨，普贤菩萨，虚空藏菩萨，地藏王菩萨，清凉宝山1万菩萨，普光王如来化身菩萨。 念念诵此经，七佛世尊即所奏曰：尼波尼波地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵称地，所哈。尼波尼波地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵称地，所哈。尼波地，求呵求呵地。 陀罗尼地，尼诃那地， 毗尼尼得摩诃迦得真能成得娑哈。尼婆尼婆得求诃求诃得陀罗尼得尼诃那得毗尼尼得摩诃迦得真能成得娑哈。尼婆尼婆得求诃求诃得陀罗尼得尼诃那得毗尼尼得摩诃迦得真能成得娑哈。尼婆尼婆得求诃求诃得陀罗尼得尼诃那得毗尼尼得摩诃迦得真能成得娑哈。尼婆尼婆得求诃求诃得陀罗尼得尼诃那得毗尼尼得摩诃迦得真能成得娑哈。十方观世音，一切诸菩萨，是愿救众生，称名悉解脱。若有智慧者，殷勤为解说，但是有因缘，读诵口不错，诵经满千遍，念念心不绝。火焰不能伤，刀兵力摧者，贿赂生欢喜，死者变成佛。莫言此事虚，诸佛不忘说。高往观世音，能救诸苦厄，临危急难中，死者变成佛。诸佛语不虚，是故应顶礼。持诵满千遍，重罪皆消灭。后福坚信者，专攻受此经，愿以此功德普及于一切。诵满1000遍，重罪皆消灭。高往观世音经中。念7遍往生咒。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地呀。
Deliverance mantra 7 times.
阿弥尼多舍当波比，阿弥尼多比迦南得，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥尼迦迦那，智多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地呀他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍当波比，阿弥尼多比迦南得。阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥尼迦迦那，智多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地呀他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍当波比，阿弥尼多比迦南得，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥尼迦迦那，智多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地呀他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍当波比，阿弥尼多比迦南得，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥尼迦迦那，智多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地呀他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍当波比，阿弥尼多比迦南得，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥尼迦迦那，智多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地呀他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍当波比，阿弥尼多比迦南得，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥尼迦迦那，智多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地呀他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍当波比，阿弥尼多比迦南得，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦弥尼迦迦那，智多迦尼娑哈。手结莲花童子手印。
Form Padmakumara mudra. First empty your mind. Visualize the Sunyata mantra.
Om Sobhava Sutta Sarva Dharma Sobhava Sutta Hang. Om Sobhava Sutta Sarva Dharma Sobhava Sutta Hang. 观想一个湖。
Visualize a mirror-like lake. At its center, a tall mountain. At its top, a lotus throne. On top of it, there is a Hom 6 syllable, transforming devolving and transforming to become our lineage root Guru, His Holiness Padmakumara, sitting on top of the lotus. He looks marvelously dignified and perfect like a Buddha, with his celestial garments fluttering in the wind. His body radiates bright radiance. To his right are all the past Buddhas of the 10 directions. To his left are all the Bodhisattvas and holy beings. All the lineage gurus are around him. Below his Dharma throne are the 4 heavenly kings and protectors. Visualize at our lineage root Guru Padmakumara's brow point an Om syllable, radiating bright white light, shining upon our own brow point. This is the light of the mirror-like wisdom to transform our 5 aggregates and 8 consciousness into nothing. From his throat chakra, an Ah syllable, radiating bright red light, shining upon our throat chakra. To transform our desire and greed into nothing. This is the light of the great wisdom. From his heart chakra, a Hom syllable radiating bright blue light, shining upon our heart chakra to subdue our ignorance and transform it into nothing. Then visualize our lineage root Guru and the 3 jewels together radiate 5 rainbow lights upon our whole body to eradicate our karmic transgressions, so that all transgressions since beginningless time are transformed into black smoke, expelled through the skin pores and evaporate in thin air. Our whole body becomes pure white, transparent and luminous, and we attain peace and ease. Then visualize Padmakumara to sit on top of our head. The lotus at our heart chakra opens, and there's a mundus on top of the lotus with the Hom syllable radiating light at its center. Visualize Padmakumara on top of our apex to decrease in size to be a drop of light, and follows the central channel to come to our heart chakra and be seated at the lotus on top of our heart chakra. And Padmakumara gradually enlarges to become exactly like us. Visualize we become Yidam, that we are the Yidam and completely identical. You said Padmakumara mantra 108 times. First perform mala visualization.
Om Guru Lian-Sheng Siddhi Hom. 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 Om Guru Nian Sheng 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 Siddhi Hom. 做9节佛风，
Perform 9
有
cycle
3
Buddha
摩地。
breathing into samadhi.
加持八大本尊心咒及念佛。
mantras and of the eight personality.
Om Padnamo Lintoling Soha. Om Ha 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 Wei Samaye Soha. Om Jali Juli Junti Soha. Om Jambhala Chalang Chalaye Soha. Om A Hom Peza Guru Pema Siddhi Hom Se. Om A Hom Guru Pe Aha Sasamaha Lian-Sheng Siddhi Hom. Deyatha Om Bekajaya Bekajaya Maha Bekajaya Raja Samo Kyadehe Soha. 南无36万亿119,500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿119,500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿119,500同名同号阿弥陀佛。
Recite the mantra of Tara dispels epidemics 21 times.
Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. Om Tara Tu Tara Tura Namo Hara Hara Hom Hara Soha. 请大家起念，请佛注释起。
The supplication to the Buddha to stay in the Sahawa. I pay homage and supplicate His Holiness the virtuous and marvelous Tantrika, all Buddhas of the 10 directions, compassionate Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapas, and Dakinis, protectors of Dharma. The 9 Salong, the 3 poisons are proliferating. My body and soul are stricken, tumbling in the misery of perpetual rebirth. With great compassion, His Holiness came to this world to salvage the deluded ones. 3 jewels emanate wondrous light to provide refuge for all. All fortunate beings, humans and devas rely on His Vajra body for the bestowal of teachings, vows, precepts, empowerments, and attainments. We disciples of Buddha plead that you stay in the Sahawa to turn the Dharma wheel to benefit and give happiness to multitudes of sentient beings. Recite the mantra of longevity Buddha 108 times and dedicate the merits to the health and longevity of our lineage root Guru.
Om Amarori Juandiye Soha. 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 Om Amaroni Juantie 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 Soha. Om Amadoni Zuendi 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 Soha.
Merit dedication. With reference, I practice the root Guru Yoga of His Holiness Lian-Sheng. True Buddha's goal helps all sentient beings. Padmakumara mantra delivers to the Mahat Twin Lotus Ponds. 18 lotuses manifested. Such a supreme and rare secret transmission. I now practice to make a universal offering. By engendering a deep and sincere vow, may I soon ascend to this Buddhahood. May our holy lineage root Guru bless and empower us to attain a lotus rebirth. May I attain perfection and self-mastery, liberating self and others to the Buddhahood. May all uphold the Buddha, a center of utmost bliss, repaying fourfold generosities from above, aiding those in the three realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death. We sincerely pray to the Padmakumara of the Mahat Twin Lotus Ponds by your bright, precious light to please bless our lineage root Guru. May he always be healthy, have a strong body, untouched by illnesses, fulfill resources, harmony, love, and respects, to never forsake any single sentient being and continually turn the Dharma wheel so that True Buddha Tantric Dharma can continue to flourish. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Mahat Twin Lotus Ponds, Padmakumara. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Mahat Twin Lotus Ponds, Padmakumara. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Padmakumara of the Mahat Twin Lotus Ponds. True Buddha School, year 2021. Prayer for the world, 24-hour mantra recitation, enjoined by True Buddha School disciples worldwide, connected through the internet, has been completed with perfection. This True Buddha School, organized by True Buddha Foundation, year 2120, was executed on January 1st, 2021, was turned together by True Buddha School disciples worldwide. 24-hour mantra recitation to pray for the good of the world. This event was joined by 97 spiritual centers in 20 countries, by 63 Dharma masters, 2 Dharma educators, 119 Dharma teachers, 16 Dharma lecturers, and 41 Dharma assistants. All together turn this wonderful Dharma wheel, and all true Buddha disciples continue to chant the Root Guru mantra together over the clouds to pray for the world. We pray to Padmakumara to radiate bright light upon the world. May the Jambudha continent and the whole earth be filled with the Buddha's light. We pray for world peace. And we pray for auspiciousness. And wish fulfilled. And we pray for the pandemic to disappear. We pray to return to our normal life. We pray for health for every human beings and be happy. Health and happiness for everyone. And we pray for the corona virus and all viruses to disappear. And we pray for harmony and safety. To Padmakumara of the Maha Twin Lotus Ponds. By the power of the mantra, may all of our prayers be granted. Gods in heavens, gods on earth, may be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us. Let all disasters turn into dust. May all of our wishes be fulfilled. May all bad lucks disappear. And the syllable mantra 3 times.
Sarva karma sutame jitamu siniran guru hom ha 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 Bhagavan sarva tathagata pejamami mancha pejapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pe om peja sato samaya malupanaya peja sato terupadisha jajome pawa Suto kayum me pawa, sopo kayum me pawa, Anuratome Pawa Shawa Hasiti Memboraya Cha Shawa Karma Sutame Chitamu Siniran Guru Hom Ha 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 Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Pejama Mimancha Pejapawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahom Pe Om Peja Sato Samaya Marupanaya Peja Sato Tenu Padicha Zetso Me Pawa Suto Kayu Me Pawa Sopo Kayu Me Pawa Anorato Me Pawa Shawa Hasiti Memboraya Cha Shawa Karma Sutame Chitamu Siniran Guru Hom Ha 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 Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Pejama Mimancha Pejapawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahom Pe.
Great homage using visualization for Student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra, second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra, third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra, fourth half bow. Recite completion mantra.
Om Bring, Om Bring, Om Mani Padme Hum. 让我们以最热烈的掌声感谢法王圣尊莲生活佛加持。
Let's give the greatest round of applause to our lineage Guru for his blessing to this group practice. Now the offering of Hatha. Let us now join our palms, and we would like to invite Vajramaster Lian-Zi to represent all of us to present the offering of Hatha to the lineage Guru as the symbol of the highest honor. Let us now join our palms with reverence, and together we are inviting His Holiness to bestow the precious Dharma teaching. Let us pay homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsung Kong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the group practice tonight, Padmakumara of the Maha Twin Lotus Ponds, Sumo, Danzan Ketso, Tutan City, all Dhamma masters, Dhamma educators, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma lecturers, Dhamma assistants, directors of temples and centers, all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, everyone. How do you do? Saranghe. Hola, amigo. Te quiero mucho. Sugoin. Ichiban. Kimochi. Chumi. Yappy. Bling bling. Konbanwa. Just now, we talk about the 24-hour Padmakumara mantra recitation to wish for may all the wishes come true. And also for all the world, all countries, all people. We use the power of our mind to gather together our mind, to pray to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas so that they can bless us, to shower us with Buddha's light, that everything will turn auspicious. My throat is a bit coarse. It's okay, they say. I've cried several times recently. My voice becomes hoarse. It's okay if it's still good. Before the Dharma teaching, let me tell a joke first. Very fashionable mom looking for Dharma, a master to perform some ritual, and a few days later she came back again for the boy. My son got scared. So what happened all the time? So the master looked at her and then said, don't at night, after you take off your makeups, don't feed your kid anymore. So after you take off your makeup, don't feed your baby. Someone went to the south to stay for 3 months. It's Taiwanese joke. And asked a friend in the south to rent a house for 3 months. So the landlord took this friend to take a look at the house. And the landlord said, it looks like the house, or the friend said, the house looks like it's leaking. And the landlord replied, no, it doesn't usually leak, only leaks when it rains. So many questions today, oh my gosh. Asked by Lianhua Yongkang from Hong Kong. My question is, when Guan Gong was alive, he fought in numerous battles and killed uncountable beings. How come he could become a god that received worships from people? That's the question is not bad. We all know that in the local belief, Guan Gong has a high status. In Taiwan, he's also called En Zu Gong. For the Hong Kongese or Cantonese like to enshrine Guan Gong as a money god or fortune god. And some people in Taiwan also regard Guan Gong as the Jade Emperor, Yi Huang Dati. And remember, the Jade Emperor was called the Xuan Gong High Emperor. So his name is Xuan Gong. How do you pronounce that? Qiong? So then it would be Xuan Qiong Gao Sang Di. That's the Jade Emperor. And after the celestial election, they elected Guan Gong as the Jade Emperor. So Xuan Cong Gao Sang Di became Xuan Ning Gao Sang Di, which was Guan Gong. So some people in Taiwan think that Guan Gong is the Yi Huang Dati or Jade Emperor. Of course, when Guan Gong was alive, because of the Taoyuan Sanji, Guan Yin Zhang, Liu Bei, the three heroes, the one with black face called Zhang Fei. So Zhang Fei, Liu Bei, and Guan Gong, the three generals. It's called the threesome. At the place called Su, which is near Sichuan. They call it the trio of the Taoyuan, which is peach pork. So when Guan Gong was alive, he fought in numerous battles and killed uncountable beings. How come he's worshipped as God by people? I think he supported this country. He was protecting Liu Bei's wife to pass by the 5 thresholds and 6 villages. So, to protecting his sister-in-law with heroism, and was admirable, so admired by people. So that's why he's called loyal and righteous. He was very loyal to Liu Bei, which is Shu or Han kingdom. And he also has the righteousness, protecting Liu Bei's wife to pass through like the battlefield. So that's why he was admired, and that's my personal opinion. That's why he's admired and revered by people. And he's part of the Oath of Brotherhood in the Peach Garden. And not just that, in the Buddhist world, he's also Sangharama. So in Chinese Buddhism, he's revered as Sangharama. Why is it in Chinese Buddhism? Because in Buddhism there was a master. Which one? Do you know? I read it, but I forgot. Was it called Zizhe? Master Zizhe. There was a biography that there was a master in meditation that saw the Guan Yu leading all the spirit generals and soldiers passing by in front of him. And this master Zizhe made it known what he saw. So Chinese Buddhism believes that Guan Gong was the protector of Buddhism. So that was right. Master Zizhe saw Guan Gong leading many spirit generals and soldiers to protect Buddhism. That's why his worship or together with Skanda. And then he became the protector of Buddhism. He's not only well known in the local beliefs, but at the same time, he's also revered as a protector in Chinese Buddhism. Of course, in Indian Buddhism, you don't have that. Tibetan Buddhism also don't have Guan Yu, Guan Gong. Only in Chinese Buddhism we have this Guan Yu or Guan Gong. If you go to Tibet, there was a Guan Gong temple, but they did not enshrine this Guan Yu Zhang, but there was another god, a very famous king from Tibet, who's enshrined there. King Gesar. So at that Guan Gong temple, they enshrine King Gesar. So if you go to Tibet and you saw that Guan Gong temple, actually they were not enshrining Guan Gong but King Gesar. So Guan Gong was enshrined or worshipped in China Buddhism after the master Zhizi. So at the gate or front door of the Chinese temples, they enshrine Skanda and Sangharama, which was Guan Gong or Guan Yu. Sometimes the local beliefs of Taiwan comply to the local beliefs in China. They are similar. So many of the prince and princess temples, they all come from mainland China. So Zhou Chang, Wu Fu, all the different princes, all these gods, the local gods. At Yeliu, there was a Zhou Chang temple there. The Wu Fu Qian Sui, the 5 fortunate 1,000-year-old. They were all generals. They all have killed many people. However, the local beliefs, the people believe and pray to them, because in the mind or in the hearts of the people, they respect and admire heroes, because they have become heroes, because they're local and they protect and fight for the country. So they become the local gods, the same with Guan Gong. So the 5 fortune generals with 1,000 years old also have been in battles, but they have loyal and upright characters. So Ye Fei too. Yeah, there are temples that worships these heroes, many of them. If you understand it, then there's no problem. If you don't understand, then everything is a problem. The second question. In the ninth cycle Buddha breathing, when qi is inhaled through both nostrils and shoots against the tip of the head, is this just visualization, or is this done by the body? Or can the body really do this? So first you visualize, and the mind brings the qi to do it. But the qi itself inside your body can also do it. So inhale through both nostrils, come down, left and right channels, then to the central channel, and then you shoot along the central channel to the tip, because the tip is now open, so it comes down again, and then to the left and right channels, and then out both nostrils. So first you use your thought to lead the qi to circle like this, down, up, and up, and out the both nostrils. Of course, we know how to inhale, and we know how to exhale. But inside, you use your mind and thought and visualization to combine it, to do it. And then afterwards, in the future, the body itself can do it too. So visualize thoughts combined with the qi until your body can really do this. It can be done. Very simple. Our thoughts, qi follows. In our mind, visualize your ears can move, then the ears can move. Some people cannot. Can you make your ears move by visualization? No, but Sichuan can, Grandmaster can. Why? Because I'm able. Because eventually I can. Qi in, and then visualize. It goes to your right hand. Then you can move. So then you're able. When the qi cannot reach to your arm and hand, then you are not able. Not only to the hand, to the fingers. To the tips of the fingers. To the eyes, to the eyelids. Yeah, it all can be done. To the teeth. I often show this. So the qi can go to the teeth, and it can tap the teeth and make sound. All can be done. It can even go to the toes. In the future, you put a pen between Grandmaster's toes and then it will paint. So, sure, eventually, sure, you can do it. Of course, most people would first visualize and then the union of the mind and visualization and the chi, and then it can be done. From Malaysia, Lianhua Zhengxian. Okay, Master. What is the fifth instruction of the Vajra chanting practice and its actual implementation? Could Grandmaster please demonstrate it for us? Fifth instruction of the Vajra chanting practice and its actual implementation. Please demonstrate it. How? Because you cannot see it. Vajra chanting. What is the real? You use your thoughts. You inhale the chi and enter your heart chakra, and then the mantra wheel, the mantra syllables are revolving, and then you exhale the chi, and then you inhale again, and then turn the mantra wheel, and then exhale. That's what Vajra chanting is about, right? You inhale the mantra character or syllables, and then you place it on top of the heart chakra, and then to let this mantra wheel to always revolve. How can you demonstrate it? Vajra chanting, before Grandmaster referred to it as the radiant 3-character Vajra chanting breathing practice. Grandmaster taught Vajra chanting can change one's destiny. On book 249, Language from the Buddha Land, on article 5th instruction on Vajra chanting. Practice chi using the 3 characters Om, Ah, Hom. Entering, staying, and exiting through inhalation and exhalation. Visualize a bright and transparent Bodhisattva with 3 channels and all chakras. Function can open all channel knots as well as the chakras. 1. To practice the upper chi. Visualize at the heart chakra there is a lotus mundus. On top of it, a blue Hom character. It is the phenomena of staying. When chi enters, it is Om character. When it enters the heart chakra, it becomes Ah character, and it stays. When chi exits, it is Hom character. The key formula is to let the chi stay as long as possible, the longer the better. But the duration for chi entering and exiting is short. After practicing for a long time, there is only staying and no more entering and exiting. 2 to practice the lower qi. At the heart chakra, white home character. Qi enters via the secret scepter. When entering, it is Om. When staying at the heart chakra, it is A. When exiting from the secret scepter, it is Hom. And the key formula, the longer qi stays, the better. The inhalation and exhalation is done in the mind. After long practice, the lower point of the central channel will open, can ignite the inner fire and generate warmth. It's a very long article that I wrote. I wrote this article. So he asked me to demonstrate it. But you cannot tell, you cannot see. Just follow the instruction that I wrote in book number 249. Just follow it carefully, read it. In that book number 249, Language from the Buddha Land, on the article Pith Instruction on Vajra Chanting. And also the Dharma talk on September 22nd, 2013. Vajra chanting can change one's destiny. And Radiant 3-character Vajra chanting breathing practice. So it is a breathing practice. And also in the book, The Path, the Pith Teaching to the Path of Liberation, also talks about it. But I cannot demonstrate it for you because it is an inner practice. So I inhale and perform it inside and then exhale. And for the lower qi, it's from the secret scepter. How can I show it? I have to take off my pants. How do you inhale and exhale? I've taught this before. You take a glass of water, a glass filled with water. Then I can demonstrate putting a glass of water on the floor, and then I open my Lama outfit, and then I would kneel, and then I would draw in this water, and the water is gone, and then I put it back in the glass again. Do you want me to demonstrate that? So I cover it with Lama outfits, so it's like a magic trick. If you need the demonstration, I'll ask Master Lian Wang to do it. Because he understands most. And his practice is not bad either. And Tansen Katsu, maybe young people should have enough power. So with a glass of water, you put your Vajra scepter, and then you tuck in your abdomen, and then you use your power to draw the water through that hole, and then you hold it, and then you show the glass. The water is only half now, and then you put it back. So that's the ability. If you want to see that, make offering first. And this kind of show is so rare. And so easy for you to say demonstrate. And as if it's has no value. And I practiced for so long, and just with one word I have to show it for you. And the second question by this Hoa Zheng Xian from Malaysia. You said that we can have our own protector to do armor protection. But how do we touch the brow point with Mahabala? Thank you. So if you want to use our own protector to do armor protection, it's fine. So usually we use Vajrapani, and the mudra says the true mudra of Vajrapani, and you place it, touch at the brow point, throat, heart, chakras, left shoulders, right shoulders. Yeah, I mean, right shoulders, shoulders, and release the mudra. And then visualize Vajrapani Bodhisattva appearing in front of you, protecting you, or appearing in the sky, or behind you, protecting you. So Pani means Vajrapani. Om Bodhinanjali. And your own protector. Yeah, you can do that. So Mahabala. I did say, like clothes, before you wear your clothes, you form this fist, inner fist mudra.
Om Mahabhalaya Hom Hom Hey. Om Mahabhalaya Hom Hom Hey. Om Mahabhalaya Hom Hom Hey.
And you recite Om Mahabhalaya Hom Hom Pe 7 times, and then you wear the clothes, and that's armor protection. So if you use your own protector, that's how you do it. My guru only taught me Vajrapani, touching the brow point, throat chakra, heart chakra, left shoulder, right shoulders, 7 times. You chant 7 times, and then you touch it to the brow, throat, heart, left and right shoulders. That's for Vajrapani. For your own protector, you do it for your clothes. If Kala Chakra is your protector, that'll be fine. It depends what protectors, which protector you have. So Mahabala As protector, you don't touch the brow, point, etc. But you can do it for your clothes. That's the same as armor protection. Next question from Indonesia. Lianhua Guobiao. The precious Grandmaster and Sumo. Grandmaster, on June 10th, 2018, Nagarjuna Homa ceremony, you taught us that in order to extend our lifespan, we have to practice the intake of air or Taoist breathing practice, swallowing saliva, and non-leaking practice. Could you please explain how to intake the air, swallow the saliva, and practice the non-leaking? I really don't understand. Please explain once more. About the non-leaking practice, it should be in the book, the exposition on Hevajra, book number 201. But that's the non-leaking practice belongs to the second empowerment inner tantric practices. One needs to personally receive empowerment and instruction from Root Guru before one can embark on this practice. And as reference, many references. Book number 52, Rainbow Light Attainment, book 2. The Tantric Wisdom Sword, book number 122, book number 123, book number 129, the Rainbow Light Attainments 1 and 2, and Dharma Teachings from 1997, January 28, 1997, February 28th, 1997, October 10th, book number 249, and Hevajra Expositions, and Lamdre, from 1991, January 7th, 1991, March 3rd. So just simply, briefly, so intake of the air or Taoist breathing practice, what is that? I mean, regular breathing, like how we breathe now, like while talking, that's breathing only to the throat. You inhale only, it's just very short. But the true Taoist breathing practice is complete breathing. So taking in the air. So what is that? You sit and you inhale, say about a foot, about this long. And you visualize the qi is 1 foot long. And you breathe in into your body all the way to the lower dantian, which is 4-finger width below the navel, and let it stay for a while. And then exhale it, also to 1 foot long. So inhale 1 foot long and exhale 1 foot long. And the qi can stay at the middle dantian, which is the heart chakra, or the lower dantian, which is the navel chakra. So any breathing that has the qi dwelling or staying inside, that's called the intake of the air, or the Taoist breathing practice. So normal breathing is not considered this intaking the air or the breathing practice. But you need to sit quietly and do a complete breathing and let the breath stays inside the body. You inhale a long breath and let it stay inside the body for a while and then exhale it. That's called this Taoist breathing practice, or taking in the air. And for treasure vase energy yoga, it's even longer. You hold it until you cannot hold the breath anymore. But taking in the air or Taoist breathing practice is also called complete breathing. So you inhale as much as you exhale. You exhale as much as you inhale. And then when you make it stay for a while inside. So taking in the air and swallowing saliva. You place the tip of your tongue at the upper palate. And make the saliva to flow. Or you swipe your tongue around your gums or teeth. And then you swallow that saliva. That's called the Taoist swallowing saliva. Did you hear the sound earlier? So you let the saliva flow and then you use your tongue to swish it until it becomes foamy. And then so the air and the saliva, the water, mix together and then you swallow it. So that's called the Taoist swallowing saliva. So you start with 3 times to 9 times. Every time before you do a Dharma practice, you swallow 9 times. It's very good for your health. It's very good for your stomach, for your intestines. Because after the saliva is swallowed, it would reach the stomach. It would be absorbed by the stomach and intestines and would be distributed to many parts. a human being's saliva, if it flows all the time, that means you're healthy. If it's profuse, if you have profuse saliva, then you're healthy. If you lack saliva, that means you have aged or you're sick, then you have no more saliva. So saliva actually is also hormone, light drops. The light drops inside the body. So any water part in the body is called light drops. So if you often do this swallowing the saliva, it would reach all the organs inside your body and protect them. Their functions is to protect and never spit your saliva. But if you catch cold, you don't want to swallow the saliva because it has germs. Then you have to spit the mucus out, but not normally though. In the past, old people like to spit. They talk and then they spit onto that spit bowl. Especially like the major officials from the past, like Li Hongzhang, the foreign officer, went to England and he did this. And he spat for a long distance, and walking on the red carpet. And then his attendants immediately cleaned it up. He was a foreign officer from the Qing dynasty. He thought the further he could spit was the more proud he is. Otherwise, just place the tip of your tongue at the upper palate and you just let the saliva flow until your mouth is full, and then you swish it around, and then you swallow it. And then absorbed by the stomach and intestine, and then reach all the organs, and it would induce the secretion of hormones, all other hormones. So these are all Taoist practices of intaking air, swallowing saliva. And the non-leaking practice is to hold it using the lower qi. The light drops that you're about to leak should be held up. How can I teach you? So I often hold it up. And after a long while, then I become non-leaking. In my 40s, I had this routine. So you often lift up your anus, breathe in and hold it up. Then you can hold it. Now, once you're non-leaking, then it's natural. Since you're non-leaking in the dreams as well. Lay practitioners, even between couples, you're still non-leaking. And you can leak whenever you want, but otherwise you can also hold it and become non-leaking. And now, what do you call that? The gate to the damp. Although I've spoken Chinese for so long, the dam gate is already rusty. It's now cannot be opened, very difficult to open. Therefore, I can do it for a very long time. 1, 2, 3 hours, as long as you have the stamina. You can do it all day if you have the stamina. Only you would physically exhausted. So once you're non-leaking, doesn't matter what you do, you're non-leaking. And for non-leaking, you have to hold the qi, and then you use the qi to retract, to withdraw the light drop so that it does not leak. So that's the key formula. You hold the qi with long home. Those are long homes, and this is short homes. This is to lift it up, to lift it up. When I was still practicing, I still did this, but now I don't have to anymore. Naturally, I can hold it up. Or you transform it. Most regular people would just use transformation. When you're almost feeling blissful, then you change your mind. Most people just look at things, look at the head. Turn your head and look at a lamb and don't think of that thing. So you change your mind onto other things. Then the bliss would diminishes. The bliss would diminish, and then you can start again. Then that's how you lengthen it. But when you're truly non-leaking, you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to breathe in or long home, short home. You don't have to do that. You don't have to distract your mind as well. Mom placed his hands on his waist and said, "So you failed your test again," and was held back by the teacher, right? Well, the test was hard, so only one person got 100 and I got 50. It's not bad. And Mom said, "How come you didn't compare to the good one, like the 100, and to the bad ones?" And then one day, Mom brought the kid passing by McDonald's. "Mom, I want to eat hamburger and French fries." And then Mom said, "Why? Why do you eat those? Don't you know in Africa they don't have any food to eat?" And Shami said, "Why do you compare to the lesser ones and not the better ones. So as mom, you have to be careful when you talk. In the morning, before going to work, I saw the note that my wife wrote to me, and she wrote, you really have to keep it up, and then with the love emoji on it. So this gentleman was very touched, and silently he said, I will really do my best and earn lots of money to make you live a long life. And then after 15 minutes as he drove, his car was out of gas, because keep it up in Chinese also sounds like add some gas. So that's misinterpretation. So you have to add gas. But it sounds like keep up the good work. This is kind of difficult, but you can just grasp it intuitively. Someone drinking together, and the host disappeared, and the guest texts the host, where are you? How come you disappeared? And the host said, I'm in a taxi. And were you drunk? Are you drunk? Yeah, because I was drunk. That's why I got on the taxis. So the guests called them. But we were drinking at your home, though. So do you understand? So he was drunk and he was taking a taxi to go home, but actually they were at his home. But we were. So Xiaoming's dog is very obedient and very smart. How much is one by one? And he barked twice, and 2 plus 2 barks 4 times. And one day, the dog barked for all night. Because I asked him 10,000 plus 10,000. Today we'll talk about the 4 mind abidings. 4 mind abidings. Now this is the instruction for the middle accumulation period to oppose the arising of empty partitions. Use the 4 mind abidings as in the verse in quote, practice not losing, end quote, as above. And the verse in quote, four mind abidings, end quote, primarily based on the mind's spiritual experiences. The mind refers to the mind which counters. The abiding refers to the dual execution of appearance and emptiness, and the four refers to the divisions. It will be described later. To explain the practice as in the verse in quote, adverse conditions, in some, even when one abides in nine emptiness, the practitioner amidst spiritual experiences generate the former emptiness. 1. Wow, so long. Merge into wisdom a syllable to shield against the emptiness of seeing realms. 2. Merge into quintessence a syllable to be liberated from the emptiness of the two attachments. 3. Merge into extinguishing channels of dual execution to deter the emptiness of six consciousness flow. This is referred as stopping the consciousness of the territorial taste. 4. By transforming the wind qi into powerful sharp knife, it functions as the emptiness of meditation of emptiness, and it is used to stop the distinctive observation. 5. Merge into the outer a syllable from bliss to victorious emptiness, from which the latter accumulation period will come. 6. Great emptiness, not seeing one's head, limbs, and joints, and also seeing nothing in the outer circumstances, which is like water. 7. Emptiness of the natural disposition, which is the original primordial basic nature. 8. Emptiness of abandoning place, which is the realization ground of hearing and contemplation. And 9. Emptiness of victorious forms of with everything, which is the Dharma body of the Buddha. Wow, so long. So what are the four mind abidings as part of the 37 Bodhi division?
生随念是说观自身成本尊的下一页了，然后蹲随念是说反复的勾招引入智慧萨埵，然后坐随念是说诵本尊心咒，把随念是说要观那个有那个六事，像品魂啊，像那个品魂的上师，还有配耳当啊，配警示，配串着，还有系腰带，所以这个四念处不太一样，就是说。那个住就是用现空
The four mind abidings.
有相的这个念来作为它的那个对治的方法，叫做四念住，跟一般的显教不太的一样的解释。
It's different from the four mind abidings in Mahayana Buddhism.
这个四念住跟显教的37道品的四念住不太一样。
So this four mind abidings is different from the four mind abidings of the 37 Bodhi divisions of Mahayana Buddhism. But actually they're all still the four mind abidings. There's the initial accumulation period, middle accumulation period, and latter accumulation period. So in the middle accumulation period, to neuter or oppose the arising of empty part, you use the four mind abidings. It's very difficult to explain. Anyone that has not reached this realm will not be able to explain it clearly. Even if you speak it, it cannot be understood. The verse, which is the Vajragata of Lamdre, in quote, practice not losing, end quote. The verse in quote, for mind abidings, end quote. So the mind spiritual experiences, so which is mind or the thoughts. So Yogacara primarily talks about the mind of the, which is the mind of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, which is alaya, mind. So the mind, spiritual experiences. And the quote mind, which is refers to the mind, or the thoughts, which is the mind, that can counter or remedy. Like today, Grandmaster's throat is hoarse. So is there a medicine? Is there a remedy for it? A cough drop. That's the remedy to counter it. If you have fever, then you have a fever medicine to counter it. So the mind refers to the mind that counters or remedies, and the abiding refers to the dual execution of appearance and emptiness. So abiding. The highest kind of abiding is abiding in the primordial intrinsic naturalness. It's extremely difficult to explain this naturalness. That's how it is. Thusness. Some say abiding in space. There are two kinds of the most important abidings, that your mind abides in the Buddha nature, or your mind abides in the intrinsic primordial naturalness. These two kinds of abidings are the most important. Why are they important? By abiding in the empty nature, it shows that you have gained enlightenment. At this time, all afflictions, worries, and self-attachments, all attachments would be remedied and would be purged, would be gone. So the mind abiding means where the mind stays, where the mind abides. Sometimes in meditation, we talk about meditation, right? Where should you place your mind? Where should you place your thoughts? Of course, the two highest places are your mind abides at the empty nature, or your mind abides at the primordial intrinsic naturalness. These two realms are the highest, and the rest are different. But when you meditate and your mind is on your girlfriend, if your girlfriend was Samantha, then your mind was thinking of Samantha, then your mind abides at Samantha. Now you understand. So where is your mind abiding at? Now Simu is not here. If just now I thought of Simu, or Simu's at home, then my mind has gone to Simu. Sometimes we think of this and that, and so many thoughts running. So you have to use the remedy to counter it. You have to bring it back to focus. So this is talking about four mind abidings. And the abiding refers to the dual execution of appearance and emptiness. What does it mean? Whatever that appears in your thoughts and the empty nature all together. So, if the thoughts appear, you have to visualize them to be empty. So you are executing both, turning them. It will be described later. To explain the practice as in the verse in quote, adverse conditions, end quote. So, what is the repellent? Whatever that appears, you shield it against it. So whatever that appears, then you use the appropriate remedy to shield against it or to counter it. So in sum, even when one abides in 9 emptiness, the practitioner amidst spiritual experiences generate 9 emptiness. So 1 through 9. 9 kinds of realms of emptiness. 9 kinds of emptiness realms. 9 kinds of realms of emptiness. To shield and repel. To use one thing. The first one is to merge into wisdom syllable. To shield against the emptiness of seeing realms. You use syllable to shield against the emptiness of seeing realms. This is very difficult to explain. Merge into quintessence syllable to be liberated from the emptiness of the 2 attachments. Attachments to self and attachments to everything. Can be countered by the quintessence syllable. Merge into extinguishing channels of dual execution to deter the emptiness of the flow of 6 consciousness. So the eyes, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, 6 consciousness. The emptiness of the flow of the 6 consciousness. This is extinguishing channels of dual execution. The channels for dual execution. What are they? The left and right channels. The left and right channels can shield or repel the emptiness of the flow of 6 consciousness, which is the eyes, ears, nose, tongues, body, and mind. So you don't have any more consciousness of the eyes, of the ears, nose, tongue, and body, and the mind. The 6 roots can be shielded against. By transforming the wind qi into powerful and sharp knife, It functions as the emptiness of meditation on emptiness, and it is used to stop the distinctive observation. So to stop and visualize primarily is to stop and visualize. You use the qi to shield and repel the stopping and visualization. The meditation on emptiness. 5. Merge into the outer R syllable. The emptiness from bliss to victorious. And what is that? So the bliss generated is beyond emptiness, and you have to shield against this kind of bliss using the outer R syllable so that emptiness can appear. 9 kinds of emptiness. The emptiness of natural disposition, emptiness of, and the highest kind of emptiness is number 9, emptiness of victorious forms with everything, which is the Dharma body of the Buddha. And so this is Dharma body of the Buddha, does not need to be shielded or repelled. But the earlier emptiness of abandoning place or abandoning the world. So we often say it's like a renunciation. If you want to abandon the place of the world, then you need to live in the mountains and live in caves like Milarepa or Ishichoku. You abandon the mundane world and to live in caves all by yourself. So the emptiness of this abandoning place or renunciation. So when you leave or you renunciate the mundane world, that would be emptiness. Then you don't hear people talking. You don't hear anything. Then you don't need to think about the words of the people. You have reached this realm, then there would be the emptiness of renunciation or abandoning place. And before that, the emptiness of the natural disposition, which is your primordial natural disposition, which is the Buddha nature. And before that is the great emptiness, which is in meditation. You don't feel about your own head or limbs or joints, or your whole body disappears. That would be called the great emptiness. All this do not have to be shielded on against. 6, 7, 8, 9 don't have to be shielded or repelled or remedied. But 1 through 5, you still have to shield against them or remedy them. Do you understand now? Please raise your hand if you do. Since someone understands, that's good. Amitabha. It's very difficult to explain. Good thing I have experienced it. So what is the emptiness of abandoning place or renunciation? You have left behind the mundane world, so where would you be? Is that dead? No. Like if you stay in caves, that's the same as renunciating the mundane world, because you don't hear people talk, and because of that, there's no thinking about anything. then that's the emptiness of renunciating the world or abandoning place. So in the true spiritual cultivation, at the end, you should renunciate the mundane world, like Milarepa, Ishachokal, Milarepa, Ishachokal. Because in the mundane world, you hear things and then you start to think. But if you don't hear anything, then you don't think of anything. Because say if you don't see your girlfriends, you don't think about girlfriends. You don't even have girlfriends because you have left the world. You don't think about your boyfriend. Your boyfriend's gone. You're already very far from them. You don't have to think about them anymore. Do you know how to create time? Let me tell you. When you, in the morning, close your alarm clock. And then you close your eyes and then you would reach 2 hours later. That is related to this emptiness. After you turn off your alarm clock, then you reach emptiness because nothing exists for 2 hours. I went to a market and there was a man that lost $50, and a lady behind him picked it up and gave it to him, and I thought, ooh. And then I also dropped $100 bill, and I turned around and it turned out that the money's gone. So the results are different. But that joke earlier, when you turn off your alarm clock, all of a sudden everything's gone. And then when you wake up 2 hours later, it's the 2 hours is gone. So where did this time gone to? No dreams, nothing. Where has it gone? And that's a good way. That's emptiness too. The husband told the wife, I had a bad dream last night. What was your dream? I dreamt of going to a motel with a beautiful girl. Is that a bad dream? That's more than you want. But the problem is, when the beautiful lady turned around, it turned out to be you again. So that's called the sweet dreams becoming empty. In the morning, when the husband is getting ready for work, the wife asks, husband, well, why did you say you're beautiful? Look at me and say I'm beautiful. And the husband closed his eyes. Why don't you open your eyes? Because I cannot tell lies with my eyes wide open. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.
非常感谢法王圣尊莲生活佛宝贵的法语开示。维藏寺有以下法务活动向大家报告。明天1月3日星期。
We are very grateful to His Holiness Precious Dhamma teaching tomorrow, Sunday, at 3 p.m. His Holiness will be presiding over Padmakumara Homa fire offering ceremony and confer the corresponding empowerments. For details, you can check the True Buddha Rainbow Temple. And Grandmaster's latest book number 281 will be available for book signing. So His Holiness will only sign books but not other articles. We are inviting His Holiness to bless the Great Compassion Holy Water and to contemplate Buddha images. This ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much.
请大家起立做大礼拜，礼拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。嗡啊吽。二拜诸菩萨，嗡啊吽。三拜诸护法金刚，嗡啊吽。四平等一起手。同修会圆满即将结束了，非常感谢师尊的大加持，感谢师母仁波切诸位上师、教授师、法师，同们善心大德的护持，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。We now conclude this broadcast. Thank you for viewing. 我们现在恭请师尊加持与会大众。 请大家保持6尺的距离。